And long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel... quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Reynolds. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw. Reynolds. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Reynolds. He's going to right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
On first down, Mosley. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, Mosley. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Got it.
Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Abraham.
You ain't doing nothing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check. Jack Rabbit. 51 the mic.
Back to throw. Reynolds. And they have have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20.
Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, wahoo!
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This will be taken short. Shreds the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Abraham takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Everyone, you got 4 down. 88. They're going to 88. Check.
Looking to throw. Reynolds. Throw left side complete. It's Fields. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, Reynolds. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Check 4.
On 4th down, Reynolds. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Hey, Orbit.
2nd and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Back to throw. Reynolds. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll run on first down. Mosley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
On first down, Mosley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 5. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Brown, complete. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll run on first down. Mosley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That is caught at the 7. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown from 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Reynolds. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
Now a give, right side. Mosley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mosley. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Going left side, it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check it back.
Back to throw. Reynolds. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, let's get this.
To throw again. Reynolds. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Switch up.
On 1st and 10, Reynolds. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.